I honestly think that the actual campaign with Harry Sisson and this other dude, it's intentionally to make them as cringe as possible so that no one wants to support Democrats. Here, watch this.
Trump's paying for it.
If I make this throw, you got to vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Ready? 319. Yeah. All right, now.
What the?
Well, I did agree, so I guess now I have
Dude, he
to vote.
threw it like 10 feet.
I know.
It was like, we got it on the 7th take.
But that's impressive to them.
That was so lame. I mean, the throw itself was a lame throw. It was like a loft, very short.
Dude,
and like if they'd done it on a live stream and he threw it like 40 yards, maybe
Right,
there's something cool.
right. You want to make it like masculine. I saw that. You ever see that video of that woman who just whips the T-shirt all the way to the top of the stands from the football field, and everyone's like, "Dang, she's got an arm." Here you go. Here's
And
what is he doing? He's autographing a plate, and then he goes.
He's writing what he hates about Project 2025 on it, I think.
This is so
He's probably getting paid and doesn't care and is just phoning it in.
Dictator Donald. Oh yeah, he doesn't know or care. But I think Seamus is right about this stuff. Like they're trying to market towards men, but this right here, it's literally targeting 38-year-old women.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That is something that like that is so embarrassing. If a woman does that, you're like, okay, she's pretty nuts. For a man to start throwing
she's
plates
pretty
at a wall?
emotionally intelligent.
Emotionally intelligent.
This is a mobile
right. I didn't know.
rage room.
I should be throwing plates at the wall right now.
No, this is a mobile rage room. Like, you guys have heard of this trend, but the people I know who book time at rage rooms are like girls who have gone through breakups.
Yes, it's not. Yeah.
I don't know any man who has asked to do that. They just would go like, I don't know what men do, but
You know what?
Back and
We
chop
push
wood.
it down really deep until we just have an aneurysm.
yes,
But thinking about this,
doesn't sound the healthiest, I will admit. But
I don't want to live past 40 anymore.
thinking about like the Ryan Long segment and the smashing the plates and all that stuff. You know, people say like, women are so emotional and like men aren't. I think it's actually just that young men are just beaten down. And so they're just kind of like, I don't care. You know, a guy doesn't want to go smash plates because a lot of guys have, not every single guy, but a lot of guys, they've been treated like crap when they were younger. This is how society treats young men. They don't get treated very well. So they're kind of calloused. They get older, bad things happen, and they say, it is what it is.
And I think we train young men not to throw plates. I mean, men are,
Yes, we should.
like, well, it's not that you should, but like men are taught earlier than women to be careful about how they show signs of aggression, right?
Yes.
And that standard is not true for women at all for the most part. And I think, that's not necessarily bad, but in this case, it looks misplaced because I don't know that a man looks at a man who's having this big emotional outburst and throwing plates as like a strong masculine man.
Exactly.
Who he respects.
And also, I will add, Anna Claire, I think you're being generous when you use the word aggression to describe what we just saw there. You grabbed a plate and went,
I mean,
and I'm
this
supposed
could
to go,
never
wow,
count.
this appeals to me as a man. But it's really poetic, right? It perfectly represents the left right now because the reality is somebody made that plate. It was their job to make that plate. It's a useful thing. So we have a wimpy little man boy who just destroyed something useful over imaginary problems. That's what the Democratic Party is now.
And this is a couple weeks old, but it is interesting to think of like, so you guys are the destruction party. You're cool with the hurricane's destruction. You want to have destruction everywhere.
Yeah, you want controlled destruction, like a dude chopping wood for a purpose, not just burning trees down and like, and you want MMA fighters, you want to watch them take out their aggression. You want to see a musician crushing it and screaming like his guts out.
If Project 2025 happens,
Beards.
I will break
Yeah.
all of the plates.
It needs to
in
be
my
a
pantry.
guy, a guy with a beard and bench pressing. That's what Harry Sisson needs.
What can you name one company that makes plates?
No, actually, I can't. Well, actually, I probably could because I think there's certain generic brands. Like, I assume Walmart makes plates because they have plates at Walmart. And
That's
they
an
have, like,
assumption.
generic Walmart
Dixie.
Some
plates.
Pyrex make plates. La Crusade makes plates.
Dixie.
Dixie right now is going like, we hope Trump. We hope.
Yes.
All of these plates, I'll smash
Okay,
Paper plates.
10
though?
tableware brand. I can't.
Alabama.
I bet if we named these brands, you'd be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
What are some tableware?
All the plate manufacturing is done by 5 countries.
Well,
in
you
the-
said Walmart's. Walmart's
By
is like
companies.
Better Homes is one of their brands. Like I'd say La Crusade, you go to Pottery Barn and get them. I'm a girl, so apparently I know all this stuff. In the
Exactly.
I wouldn't be
This is like my
surprised. if,
Okay, wait. I literally have no Gibson, Corel,
Corel is good.
Stone Lane,
Stone Lane. If Stone Lane's
False
funding these
Graph.
guys, was it go Foot
Fable. Oh, Fable. We have those, don't we?
Fable plates?
Yeah, we actually. See, I don't know because I'm a man. what dishes are made of.
look on
even,
the bottom
or where
of
they
them.
come from. I don't know.
Tim, do you ever get so mad at Project 2025 you throw your plate at the wall?
I could see these plate companies
so
funding this
steamed.
because they're like, this is going to increase
In the
demand.
regulated
Just gonna
smash room.
Take that plate.
In the
that
safe,
wall.
appropriated, designated spot. Like,
You know what we're gonna do? If Trump builds that wall, we're throwing plates at it.
You know what? It felt like I
we're
think
bringing all our
you gotta
plates to
make
the
it a
border.
cartoon.
We're bringing all our plates to the border.
You gotta make it where Harry Sisson and who's the guy? What's that? Is it Chris Mowry? Is that who's hanging out with him?
No idea.
that's the thing.
They
No
start
one
throwing-
knows.
They start. No one knows.
He's just Harry Sisson's friend, you know?
But here's the crazy thing. Do you think when like Harry Sisson hangs out with his friends, like what do they say to him about this stuff?
Dude, if that was my buddy, he would never live that down. First of all, he wouldn't be my buddy.
No,
but
that-
if he was, he
wrong.
would never live that down.
Probably
For the rest of his
not
life. We would
true.
rip on him forever.
Yeah, nah, because he's buying the beers.
exactly. They're probably
Now, what is it? Bud Light?
Dude,
eating his ego.
I don't think so.
He's gonna like. I don't know how much money he gets paid. They claim they don't get paid for doing this stuff, but they do work for some agency or something like this. I bet dude gets paid a lot of money, and he goes and hangs out with the boys, and then they're gonna be like, haha, you're pro Kamala, and he's gonna be like, do you want the beer or not? Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Okay, get him a beer.
He goes to the bar, talks to
And-
girls, and he says, "You see that guy breaking that plate?"
I don't know. I kind of assume he's surrounded by people who are also like, yeah, I'd love to like have some influence and do what you're doing, right? So they probably just tell him positive things, even if they don't actually feel them themselves.
You know what my theory is? My theory is it's the exact same thing as that Dean guy. Like if you were able to go to this guy's personal, like 4 people group message, it would probably be the most deranged stuff you've ever seen. Like just slur after slur. And you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. And it'll come out in like 10 years. It always does.
Yeah. And also, I actually don't think he's there to appeal to young voters at all. He's there
yeah.
to appeal to like Democratic boomers who will then open their wallets for whatever campaign he's the youthful face of.
Yeah, so this is something, and it happens on the left and the right. I'm seeing it more on the left right now, but there's a certain kind of content that is created for the express purpose of fooling older people into thinking younger people like it so that the older people will fund it. But it's really just for the older people who go, oh, look at this cool, look at the, some wine moms like this cool young man who throws plates at walls. Young men like that or whatever.
How many,
nephew
how
has
many
that
views does he
actually.
The
have?
target, like the target is actually the donor class.
100%.
So if you could just fool them into thinking that the quote unquote target likes it, they'll give you money.
Because the young people don't have money. We know this. This is
Yeah.
established facts in this economy. So, while it's good to get their vote, I guess, really, you're not appealing to them if you're trying to cash in here.
So you guys know how like child stars end up going insane and getting crazy plastic surgery?
Yeah.
Do you think that'll happen to these guys?
I don't know. 'cause
Serge made a joke, but he doesn't have a microphone.
I hope so.
I think it's
Just
being
imagine
serious.
like, remember those 2 doctors who got the 2 twin brothers who got the crazy surgery?
Oh gosh.
You don't know this one? What are those guys' names?
I always forget.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these influencers got top surgery, but I don't know about like, look, man, I'll put it this way. The reason a lot of the young people in Hollywood who are child actors end up doing stuff like that is just because they're horribly abused as children by these disgusting, perverted producers.
These guys,
They're
here we
past
go.
that age. Here
you go.
Oh yeah, I remember those guys.
Oh my God.
I'm just
Oh
imagining
my gosh.
I'm imagining this is what Mowry and Sisson are going to look like when they're 30.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen to those guys. I feel like we've really lost masculine direction from like the year 2011 to 2019. I was saying this before. Same with
Yeah, we were
God.
talking
It feels
about
like we were
that, yeah.
detached from the spirituality as a species in that decade. And like Obama was our masculine leader, but it was like Michelle that wore the pants and that was cute in their relationship. And like obviously he's kind of a manly dude, but that was like, and then we had Rogan appear and like kind of was like the masculine driving, the real, true, aggressive masculine force of culture, sort of counterculture. And that was about it, man. I don't think I'm talking like him. That was about it, man. Like that phrase, it, man, the way they say that came from Rogan's show. That's him and Brian Callen and sorry, the other guy, Brendan Schaub. Sorry, Brendan. But where was it? And now this is the result. These guys were 6 years old from age 16 to 6 to 16. They didn't have like strong male role models. They thought Joe Biden was it. They thought Obama was like it. And now this is the result. And then it's going to take another 10 years to teach people how to be masculine.
Well, and to bring it
Mandatory basic training in high school. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.